Okay, I'm here, Monica's here, and we're back to this bond we share. Man, this is kind of like my monthly mod, isn't it? Like, I started this all the way back in late February, didn't pick it up until early March, then late March, then mid-April, and now it's been a little over a month since I last played this. So, oh my god, I have been terrible about getting this demo finished, because it's just much longer than I was expecting, and there's all these other mods that I'm following that I've been trying to keep up with. So mods like this kind of just fall through the cracks for me, and they're the ones I just they're just the ones that fall through the cracks and get put on the back burner. Like, I'm not trying to forget about these. I swear. There's only so many mods. There's so many mods to play, and just it's hard to keep up with all of them, you know? But that's enough blabbering. Let's get to the mod, shall we? If I remember, there was some dispute in the club room or something. I really don't know what happened last. Let's look at the history. I think Ben and me and Yuri were, Oh, this is when we found out that, Yuri cut herself. Right. We just learned about this. Alright, so that's like the most recent thing that happened just now. And we ended on a perspective shift, I think. I'm not sure if I made the right call. Yuri seemed to cheer up, but hugging her may have given her the wrong idea. It's just instinctual, I think. I hear the sounds of creaking chairs and shuffling bags from the club room. The girls are prepping to go home. It's still kind of early, but I guess the argument may have killed the atmosphere. Okay, yeah, so there was an argument in the club room. I wasn't wrong. Yeah, see, like, my problem with this is that I usually have so long of a gap in between when I last played it that I forget everything that's happened. This is the problem with having so many mods to play. I carefully walk up to the girls' bathroom, calling through the door. Yuri! They're going home! Yuri? No response. Shit, that sounded bad. Without thinking, I pushed through the door to check on her. Yuri, are you... My mind races, overloading my brain with 1,000 new emotions. Damn. You knew what you were getting yourself into, people. If you've been watching this series this long, you knew what you were getting yourself into. And resume. Never felt like this before. I'm seized by Yuri's violet gaze, her stare making my heart race and setting my nerves on edge. Yeah, I think just about anybody would be on edge seeing somebody like this. Can't be. No. You. But I can barely process anything right now. I can barely register anything. Bloodied cuts on Yuri's arm and the look in her eyes. This is wrong. She said something, but all I hear is a muffled cry. I burst out of the bathroom door, running as far and as fast as I can. I need to get out of here. Oh, this is the first time we are seeing things from Natsuki's perspective in this mod. Later that night, I tug my phone out of my pocket, reviewing my shopping list. Bread, cheese, sugar. You could have got all this stuff yourself, Dad, but no, I have to do it. Stuffing the phone back in my pocket, I get on with it. It's almost closing time, so there's no one else in the store. Best time to be shopping, mate. Best time to be shopping. And I speak from experience. Just me and the owner, who's diligently mopping the aisles. Most kids my age would be asleep right now, feeling safe and sound in their beds. Ugh, stop whining, Nat. Excuse me, miss? What is it? There's a man pacing outside the store. Do you know him? He looks like he's waiting for you. Dad? My blood runs cold. I gape for a solid minute before the owner interjects. Should I call the police? What does he look like? The owner looks out the window. Stop staring, damn it! You'll tip him off! Almost 6 foot, average build, dirty blonde hair. Oh, a massive burden is lifted off my shoulders. It's not him. Alright, thanks for letting me know. He seems to stand there, shifting from one foot to the other. Miss, if you do know this man, it would be irresponsible to let you walk home alone. The tense feeling returns, setting me on edge. So, what? You want to walk me home? Oh, I can't. I have to watch the store. Thank God. But maybe you can call someone? I have a phone if you'd like to call your pet. No, that's okay. I've got a cell. Well, alright then. You're welcome to stay here until help arrives. Thanks. The owner gives me one last nod, heading behind the register. It's just one creepy guy, nothing I can't deal with. I don't need anybody. I get on my tiptoes, peering over the hot dog grills in the ice machine. Staring right back at me is a shady-looking man. And I'm sure I'm just seeing things, but it's so dark out there. I can't tell if there's anybody else with him. Well, nobody else is in the shot, so I can at least tell you that much, Natsuki. But yeah, this is slightly worrying. Also, are those just boxes on the side of the road? Okay, Natsuki. Think. Maybe I can get some pepper spray? It's a small convenience store. Hairspray and perfume lining the shelves, but it'd probably just piss him off and make things worse. This isn't good. And it's a long walk home. Just one person. Somebody to watch my back or carry my bags. Balancing my shopping basket on one arm, I check my contacts. Dad. God, no. Mom? Like she'd even pick up. Zero never picks up her phone. Monica lives too far away. Yuri. Maybe not. She's even more defenseless than me. So, I've got no one. My eyes land on the newest entry on the list. It was an unsaved number because I hadn't bothered to name its owner. No way in hell I'm asking him for help. But he did beat up that Nick guy the other day. This is a bit bigger than that, though. For God's sake, Natsuki, ask someone for help for once in your life. What do you have to lose? Worst thing Ben can say is no. This is very reminiscent of what I was like in high school. And you know, ever since starting this game, starting playing mods for this, and having like my hierarchy of best to worst for all the girls, Natsuki has shifted around in the ranking more than anyone else. And I think it's just when I first saw her, a lot of her tendencies reminded me of what I was like dealing with people in situations like that when I was in school. So I think that's why I think that's why I had it out for her at first. Like, I just was not that big a fan of her, because I'm just like, it reminded me, I guess you could say that means I didn't, like the way I acted back when I was in high school, by saying that. But, yeah, that's kind of my, that's kind of what I've concluded as I've thought about it more, as I've played more mods over the last year. Because, yeah, I was always very hesitant to ask for help. I always, would rather figure things out on my own. Because I was just stubborn like that. I quietly tap on Ben's number, biting my lip as I listen to it ring. And that's all we get for Natsuki's perspective for now. Meanwhile, it's cold out. My breath is steaming up as I exhale. It would have been a good night to stay inside. Must be a nice crisp autumn night. I like those nights. They're nice. Especially if like you work in some place where they have it hot on days like that, and you're working all day. You get really hot when you're working, so stepping outside into that cool air is just, oh, it's so nice. Yeah, I can tell you know what I'm talking about. There's a reason I'm not there. The past few hours have been a huge blur. Oh, I'm sure, after what you saw. I was home. I dropped my things off, and I just couldn't stay. Too many memories. Things to set me off. Like my knife. Yeah. Don't do it, man. Ugh. The knife I should have thrown out a long time ago. Monica agrees. Yes, you should have. A knife that sets me off every damn time I look at it. Yeah. Seeing Yuri like this is really not good for him. Calm down. Deep breaths. I can't let my emotions get the better of me right now. If I lose control, I'll have no idea what will happen. I've never really been in this position before, and that scares me. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, man. Uncertainty can be frightening. I know where you're coming from. In the past few hours, only one thought has really crossed my mind. It's Yuri. She's my soulmate, supposedly. That's probably why I felt so strange around her. It's possible she's felt it too. Would explain her behavior since we've met. Though, that could just be how she normally acts. Yeah, hard to tell, I think, with Yuri. I'm not certain. But if she truly is my soulmate, how do I explain this horrible feeling in the pit of my gut? Is this love? Is this because I'm not with her? Is it because of what I saw? I think it's a mixture of the first and the latter. I have no idea. I'd like to talk to her about this. That might not be a good idea right now. Not after the way I walked in on her. Yeah, give it some time. I would say give it some time and then confront her about this. Maybe I should just start avoiding her again. My phone rings as I slow to a halt underneath a street lamp. Natsuki? I have a bad feeling about this. Okay, Han. She's probably calling to talk about Yuri, and I need to be alone right now. And again, Natsuki doesn't seem like she'd call just to talk. Yeah, that's Very much like me. I always prefer to be on business when I'm doing something like this. I need a reason, you know? I should at least give her a chance. If I don't like what she has to say, I can always hang up. Natsuki. Look, I'm gonna ask you a favor, and I don't want any sass for it, okay? No promises. Ugh, you're such a jerk. Just tell him what you need, Natsuki. Just tell him what you need. Whatever. How close are you to the convenience store? The one by the old bakery. I'd wandered so far from my house that I had to check my surroundings. I'm not hugely familiar with the area, but I have a general idea of how to get there. Not far, maybe 5-10 minutes out. Why? There's a really creepy guy outside. I think he's waiting for me to leave. How far is he from the store exactly? He's on the other street, just across the entrance. Just across from the entrance. He's kind of been standing in an alleyway right now. Stay in there. Stay in the store, Natsuki. Keep an eye on him if you can, and message me if he does anything weird. The store has cameras and employees, right? Yeah. Just the owner, but yeah, a lot of cameras. Do not leave the store, even if he goes in. He'll want you to go where no cameras will see him. I start running down the street, heading for the store's general location. Alright, what do I do if he comes in and tries to talk to me? You can talk to him if you feel up to it. Find out as much as you can and keep him distracted. Or you can avoid him. Either way, I won't be long. Okay. Natsuki hangs up as I continue sprinting towards the general shop. I ignore the shop owner's greeting, heading right for the microwavable meals. A harsh whisper shot at me from between the aisles. Ben! Natsuki. She jogs up to me, visibly distressed. Come on, let's go! Hang on, I gotta get some food while I'm here. Sarah wasn't lying when she said I'd need groceries. What about him? You won't come in here. I told you. Cameras. Some stupid cameras aren't going to stop him from getting to me. There's that skinny store clerk, but the guy hasn't made a move yet. Think about it, Natsuki. If he wanted to kidnap you in the store, he could have done it long before I got here. Okay, fine. So he doesn't want to be caught on film. Maybe this is all a big misunderstanding. I don't think so. He could still try to follow you home. That set her off. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. I feel bad that she's in this situation, but I'm glad she called me. Well, okay. You're gonna scare him off though, right? Eventually. Eventually?! There's a few things I'd like to know first. Yeah, that sounds like me nowadays. I try to find out as much as I try to be neutral until I know more about the situation I'm dealing with. You know, I don't like jumping to conclusions on something that I have no info about. Like what? Like whether he's working alone or in a group. Place a hand on Natsuki's shoulder, softening my voice. I'm sorry. I know this is pretty disturbing for you. I need you to be strong right now. You don't know anything about this guy. If he's been watching you for a while, he could know a lot. He could know your address and where you go to school. He might try to get you when I'm not around. So, when we walk out of here, I'm gonna try a few things. Promise I won't ever put you in danger, but I need you to trust me. Just for a bit, then I'll leave you alone. Natsuki seems very uncomfortable. Yeah, Natsuki has never really had a good relationship with us in this mod, so she's not one to be like immediately trusting, especially in a situation like this. I imagine I'm the last person she wants to trust, but I do genuinely want to help her. You always overcomplicate things, don't you? If all you said was, I'll beat him up, Natsuki, I would have felt a whole lot better. If that's all you wanted, you probably should have called someone else. He's not wrong, Natsuki. He doesn't like doing that. When he beat up that Nick kid in one of the previous parts, he had a reason to do that. They were ganging up on Yuri, and he wasn't just gonna let that slide. He needs a justification, a reason. I have everything I needed. I have everything I need. Judging by Natsuki's grocery bags, she's already paid for all her stuff. Come on, let's get going. Finally! This better not take long, Ben. The milk's already getting warm. Roll my eyes, striking up a conversation with the store clerk, scanning my items. That man out there, have you seen him before tonight? Yeah, odd fellow. I see him around sometimes. Okay, so yeah, that's not good. That's not what you want to hear in a situation like this. I'm only here twice a week, though, so I've never actually talked to him. Excuse me. Do you know if the other cashiers have? He pauses, mulling it over. He's probably got to think. Greg said he seemed like a decent guy. Always buys the same brand of cigarettes. Apparently someone with brand loyalty can't be a bad guy. Oh, I don't know about that. That just means they have their preferences. Natsuki seems very apprehensive, so I hurry the things along. Alright, thank you. Now, remember, Natsuki, try not to look back at him. That's a tall order, you know. I don't want him getting the jump on me. Once we left the store, I managed to get a better look at the guy. I had just enough information to describe him to the police, or at the very least I'd recognize him if he showed his face again. He won't sneak up on you. He's overconfident, following too close. You can keep track of him pretty well from this distance. It's like I didn't manage to reassure Natsuki very much. Yeah, she's not going to be until this is resolved, unfortunately. Maybe I should try to take her mind off it. So, how was your day? You suck at small talk. Well, I don't try it very often. He's not wrong, so... I wonder Yuri likes you. Have you spoken with her yet? We texted a little bit. She seemed pretty mad at me. What gave you that idea? Natsuki looks a little annoyed. None of your business. Right. Have you spoken with Yuri yet? None of your business. There you go. He was in your own tricks again. He was in her own tricks against her. I like it. Oh, shut up. That's not fair. It's not? He's got you there, Natsuki. Yuri's texts were a lot shorter than usual. She was acting really dismissive. Said she has more important things to worry about. That's why I think she's still mad at me. Happy? Why would that make me happy? Because you're an emo or something. I don't know. You're an absolute delight. I love this exchange. This is great. Natsuki goes quiet, fuming no less than before. Why are you really here, Ben? I doubt you're walking me home out of the goodness of your heart. What if he is? So what the hell are you trying to get out of this? Good question. Haven't really thought about it.
That's bullshit.
Alright then, what do you think I get out of it?
How should I know? I can't imagine all the crap that goes on inside your head.
You really are intent on pushing me away, huh? Is that what happened with Yuri? Natsuki's cheeks glow a boiling shade of red, and her grocery bags rustle as she balls up her fists.
Yeah? So what if that's true? It's not like you care.
You're right, I don't. I'm asking you to make me care.
And why should I?
I'm not saying you should. I'm just giving you the option. If you don't want to talk, then that's your choice. I like this guy. I dropped the conversation, giving Natsuki some time to cool off. Probably a good idea. We all know she gets set off easily. And we get a view of the starry night. Look at this. Look at that. Pretty cool. Also, you may have noticed it's daytime in Moss. It's daytime when I'm recording this. It's been a while since I've recorded it during the day. It's nice. A faint breeze rushes by. The streets echo with the soft sound of our footsteps. It would have been a peaceful atmosphere if we weren't being followed. But our stalker hasn't made himself a problem just yet. The wind picks up. The closer we get to Natsuki's house, the colder it seems to get. As she mopes beside me, I notice how she hastily rubs her arms. You cold, short stack?
I'm fine. I felt colder.
So have I. Doesn't make it any more comfortable. Yep, he's not wrong.
What? Gonna offer me your coat like a gentleman?
You got a problem with that?
It's cliche, don't you think?
Just take it and shut up, Natsuki, for fuck's sake. You want it or not? She shivers, mulling it over.
Nah, be fine.
You know, it's okay to get help from other people sometimes.
I did ask for help, remember?
Yeah, and you're so grateful for it.
I asked you to scare off that guy for me, and you haven't done it yet.
I told you already.
Yeah, I know. You're treating it like some big mystery you're gonna solve. Big whoop. I don't see why you can't just beat him up and let me walk home in peace.
I didn't come here to beat him up, Natsuki. I came to make sure you were safe. Yeah, big difference. Plus, I'm pretty sure, even if you reported him for suspicious behavior, you would still get charged with aggravated assault. So it just doesn't work that way. You know, they need proof beyond a reasonable doubt of what he's doing.
I'd be safe if you had just pummeled that creep.
Is that seriously what you think of me? That I just go around fighting anyone I don't like?
Yeah, I do.
Well, then you don't know him at all. My fists clench. Natsuki's deliberately looking to set me off. Odd way to thank someone for helping you. Yeah, she's not exactly the grateful type. Well, you're wrong. I hate fighting.
Yeah, sure you do. Jeez, don't lie to me, Ben. I know you like beating on people who are weaker than you.
That's a bold assumption.
It makes you feel tough, doesn't it?
My blood is really starting to boil. What is she trying to get out of me?
And I know you beat up that Nick kid just to impress Yuri.
There was nothing impressive about it.
A lot of girls would disagree, and that's exactly what you want. How many girls have you got wrapped around your finger just like Yuri, huh?
I glare down at Natsuki. I must look livid from her perspective. That is a very bold claim to make.
I don't see you denying it.
I shouldn't have to. I don't know why, but you really made me out like some kind of villain in your head. That's kind of what she does. Well, I'm sorry for whatever I did, but right now, I'm just trying to help you.
No, you're not. I can see right through you, Ben. As soon as I started talking about Yuri, you perked right up and started asking about her. What you really wanted to know was whether she was talking about you. And tomorrow, you'll get to brag about how you saved her weak little friend out of the kindness of your heart.
I am not going to fight with you, Natsuki.
Oh, why not? You actually do hate fighting all of a sudden? Or is it because you're gonna look bad this time?
That's not it.
Then what is it, Ben? Why do you hate fighting so much, huh?
Because it turns me into my fucking father! I hate fighting because it's one of the only damn things he ever taught me. He never taught me how to count, or how to spell, or how to talk to people. I had to figure that shit out on my own. He'd only ever teach me how to fight and how to hate the world he brought me into. Natsuki's footsteps slow, almost stopping. Yeah, it's all starting to sink in now, isn't it?
Ben,
Shut up. I don't want to hear it. I continue walking, ignoring Natsuki and focusing entirely on the man following us. Ever since we started yelling, he's gotten a bit more cautious. Yeah, I imagine after that outburst from us, he's not so eager to get close. I have to really focus in order to keep track of him now. Occasionally, I can hear his muted footsteps and the shuffle of his clothes. He's pausing behind corners, watching us as we walk. When we leave his line of sight, he shambles to a new spot. He's made no move to close the gap. As far as I can tell, he's keeping a steady distance from us. Either he's wary of me, or he'd only planned to go as far as following Natsuki home.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
This is the Natsuki I know.
That's what you're thinking, isn't it?
No, really, I am sorry. Yuri got really upset at me for taking things too far earlier.
Sadly, it's kind of what you're good at. You're very good at escalating things.
I didn't want to upset her, and I'm sorry for upsetting you.
It's fine.
Those things you said about your dad. You don't really like him, do you?
It's one way of putting it.
But he's still your dad. I mean, dads are supposed to love you, take care of you.
Well, unfortunately, Natsuki, not all of us had the gift of a great childhood and loving parents. Some of us had to live every day in fear, not knowing what love is, knowing if everything was going to be alright. When I was younger, I watched other kids run into their parents' arms, smiling and carefree, excited to go back to their cozy home. The only thing I ever had was a hellhole with a demon inside, raising me into a dysfunctional maniac.
I don't think you're a maniac, Ben.
What you were saying earlier kind of contrasts with that. Well, haven't you done a complete 180? Yeah, he's not wrong. Stammers, biting back a harsh comeback.
I think you're right. I was making you a villain in my head. Just, ever since you came along, Yuri and I have been fighting almost every day. Guess I was blaming you for it and how she's been acting.
It's hard to tell if she's trembling from the cold or from her emotions. Probably both.
She just really means a lot to me, you know? I don't want our friendship to end like this.
It's a perfectly valid concern. I understand that.
Ugh, what have I done? This is all my fault.
You know, Yuri said the exact same thing. Natsuki almost laughs.
Of course she did. That girl. She's always blaming herself.
It doesn't even cross her mind that other people could be mistreating her.
Yeah, well, that's how she used to be. She really stood up for herself today. You should have seen it. Bang.
And yeah, that was probably something in part 4.
I would have been proud if she didn't scare the shit out of me.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Once Natsuki fell silent, I take the chance to double check our stalker's location. He's moved a little closer. About 60 feet.
Huh?
I lean my head back and gesture behind us. That guy following us, about 60 feet. About 60 feet behind.
Is he getting closer?
Bit. He's still keeping a greater distance than he needs to.
Just do what you need to do, okay? We're almost home.
How much further?
After that left bend, we'll be on my street.
Is there another way?
There's a bend on the right, but it'll take another 5 minutes or so. So I always go left.
Always? Natsuki's nerves are starting to get the better of her. Her mind is fully focused on our pursuer.
Yeah.
I grab onto her arm, pulling her onto the right bend. Yeah, you don't want to you want to throw him off. You don't want to you don't want to show him that you have a pattern, that you have a constant way of doing things. Because that's what they want. They want consistency.
Ben, what are you doing?
It's okay, just trust me. He's trying to throw that guy off.
Ben, I shut it for a second.
I relax my grip on Natsuki's arm, walking as naturally as I can. All my attention is focused on listening behind us. 3, 2, 1. Right on cue, the man steps out of his hiding place. Now, does he notice where we've gone? Running. He didn't need to do that before. I lower my head down to whisper to Natsuki. He's followed you before. He's panicking because he was expecting you to go left. Fuck coded! That's what he wanted! Natsuki instinctively turns to look behind us, but I block her view. Don't look.
I'm trying not to.
Natsuki almost freezes at the sound we just heard. Shit. This is worse than I thought.
What's going on?
That was a two-way radio.
Yeah, I know what a fucking walkie-talkie is. Why did it make you so jumpy?
This is the first time he's needed to use it. You said you always take the left path, right? Yep, it's all starting to sink in now, isn't it?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he's reporting that you've deviated from your usual route. Which means this definitely isn't the first time he's followed you home. And he's definitely not working alone. Natsuki visibly trembles, and this time I know it's not just from the cold.
What do we do?
We get you home now. It's not ideal, but I don't think he'd hurt you there. Do you live with anyone?
Just my dad.
Crap. If he's anything like my father, then getting her home is definitely not ideal. Natsuki seems to notice my apprehension.
It's okay. I'll be safe with him.
If you say so. Alright then. Let's go back and take the left path.
What if he's... But he'll be right there.
He'll hide when he sees us coming. You can pretend you forgot something if it makes you feel better.
That's not funny.
It wasn't meant to be. Turn around, acting like you've made a wrong turn. Natsuki's not as convincing, but she at least plays along. We act out a conversation as the man dives into a small alley. I make sure to walk on the side he's on, leading Natsuki back down the path to her house. Then we go completely silent. This has been a stressful night for her, and I have to be ready if the man attacks.
We're only a few steps away from his hiding place. I brace myself, angling my body to cover Natsuki. We pass the alley. Nothing happens. Natsuki sighs in relief as we turn onto her street. Which one's your house? It's the one on the corner, just down on the end. We continue in silence, not saying a word. I don't hear his footsteps behind us anymore. Yeah, I've seen this house before. This looks really good with the lighting, though. That is one thing I have always praised this mod for. It's lighting. And just, yeah, this is spot on for nighttime lighting. I really like this. You don't look as convinced, though. Natsuki practically runs up to her door, knocking hastily. I stand guard behind her, keeping an eye on the streets. Before long, the door is opened by who I can only assume is her dad. Natsuki! Thank God, I was getting worried. Dad, please don't make me go out like that again. Of course. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. Once I ensure the streets are empty, I turn to address the two of them. Your daughter has a stalker. Looks like this wasn't the first time he followed her home, either. Her dad tenses as if he hasn't noticed me before now. Who's this? Dad, calm down. He's just a friend. I walked your daughter home because she was scared. This only seems to make the man more skeptical. Well, aren't you a gentleman? Far from it. The man doesn't break eye contact, rising to his full height to come an inch or two taller than me. Dad, please be nice. I asked him to come get me, okay? That's all right, Natsuki. You go inside. I'd like to give your friend a proper thank you. I'm not sure I like what you're implying by that. Dad? I turn away from the glowering man to offer Natsuki a half smile. It's all right, Natsuki. Don't worry about me. You just stay safe. All right. Are you going to be at Monika's party tomorrow? We'll see. She nods, heading inside as I once again stand down the man in front of me. So, they've got kids on their payroll now? You think I'm one of her stalkers? Don't play dumb with me. There's only two reasons why you'd walk her home. Either you're with them, or you're trying to get lucky with her. Jesus, has this family never heard of an act of kindness? You know, you and your daughter are very alike. You'd do some extreme things to keep her safe, am I right? Hell are you talking about? Nothing much. I just have experience with overprotective fathers. Who keeps tabs on their kids' every move. You really think I'd have people stalk my own daughter? What kind of sicko would do something like that? Oh, I can think of one. Wow. I don't like what that's implying. Yeah, I don't like what all this is implying. Holy shit. That doesn't matter. Your daughter thought her life was in danger, and I'm inclined to believe her. Being under constant watch doesn't exactly make her feel safe. So either you do something about it, or I will. The man just stands there, trying to stare me down. Eventually he gives up, heaving a sigh. You're not with them, are you? Whether you're trying to get with my daughter or not, I just want to keep her safe. Then tell me what you can. I can't protect her 24/7, but I can at least keep an eye on her at school. I can do a much better job if I know what to look out for. He glances away, mulling something over. I wouldn't worry so much, kid. They've followed her for months now, and she's been fine. Months? And you've done nothing about this? I'm sorry, what? Your daughter's been followed for months and you haven't done anything? Not a whole lot I can do, is there? If they have me arrested, Natsuki's gonna be on her own. Wait. Natsuki's being followed by the police? Jeez, boy detective, you hadn't already figured it out? What other group do you know that still uses radios to talk? Well, he knows his stuff, I'll give him that. Point is, they're looking out for her, so stop worrying so much. I think she'd feel a lot better if she knew who they were and why they were watching her. His anger resurfaces, an ugly expression flushing his face. Natsuki doesn't need to know anything. Yeah, that's why she felt intimidated enough to have to call us into this situation, right? Yeah, your logic is flawless. It's none of her business, and frankly, it's none of yours either. He quickly distances himself from me, storming back into his house. Oh, alright. So, after I'm done with this recording session, I have to go do something. Going for 47-ish minutes? I think I'll go till the next perspective shift. God fucking damn it. You know, this new news feature of the last Windows update is one of the most infuriating things they've ever added. It's not needed, I can't find a way to turn it off, and literally all you have to do to trigger it is hover your mouse over it for a fraction of a second. It is the most stupid thing I have ever seen. If anybody knows a way to disable it, please tell me in the comments. I need to find a way to turn that fucking thing off. Just stay the hell away from my daughter. Yeah, not gonna happen. I take a couple of steps off their porch and turn to head home. I scan the streets along the way, checking for any sign of that stalker. Even if he is a cop, I should have a few words with him. Then I need to get home, get some rest. Today's been a very eventful day. Yeah, that's one way to put it. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Yeah, this has got to be a dream sequence. Holy shit, what am I looking at? Bursting through the door, I desperately scan the classroom. Catch a glimpse of purple hair, ducking behind a desk to hide from the commotion. Yuri? Suddenly looks up, relief beginning to appear on her distressed face. Oh god, Ben! Oh god. She wobbles onto her feet and hurries over to wrap her arms around me. I've never been so happy to see anyone. She seems really shaken. I carefully rub her back, trying to comfort her. It's okay. You're not alone anymore. I'm here now. She presses her chest into me, slowly raising her head up to look at me. I know. Her voice has taken on a quiet, almost sultry tone. Yuri, are you feeling alright? She watches me with an odd smile, her distress completely melting away. I don't like where this is going. Why are you looking at me like that? What is this? Yuri? Slowly, a single finger raises up to my lips. Shh. Just relax. You came to save me, your darling princess. You deserve a reward. Running her hand down my chest, Yuri's head begins to raise, her lips parted. The hell do you think you're doing? You soon enough. Okay. The fuck? Oh, that's what I would have said. I don't know what's going on right now. What is this? Yuri, what's wrong? Yuri presses her finger against my lips. I don't like that look. I don't like this. I don't like this. Why are you enjoying this, Monica? Stop enjoying this. What the fuck?
I grab her arm to push her away, but only stop short when I notice something horrible. Dozens of tiny cuts line the skin of her wrists. The very sight makes me feel sick to my stomach. Shit. Yuri follows my locked gaze, confusion marring her face.
Oh, these. Do you like them? I made them just for you.
Why the hell would you do that? Yuri seems taken aback.
I wanted to be more like you.
Ugh. Yeah, well don't! I hate it! Thank you for still being a sane human being. Jesus Christ. Like I said, I don't know what I'm looking at or what is going on right now, but this is some freaky shit. Mary stands there in silence for a minute before slowly rolling her sleeve down. She doesn't look too happy.
You hate it.
Hate it. This is all wrong. There's something seriously wrong with Yuri. Take a step towards her. She suddenly snaps her head in my direction. I will not be denied. With almost blinding speed, Yuri draws a knife from her coat, pointing it straight at my face.
Are you afraid, Ben?
That's one way to put it. I seriously don't like this. Oh God. What is this? I am. Thank you. Not just for me. Yeah, no shit.
Are you going to run away? Just like everyone else?
I calmly raise my hands, trying to push the knife aside, gently. The fuck? Yuri, No! Slams my back to the wall with surprising strength, her knife lowered to my throat. I'm sick of this, Ben! Sick of letting everyone else walk all over me. So sick of being alone. I thought we were the same. I thought you would understand. You of all people. As she monologues, a thought in my head suddenly clicks into place. The way she's moving and speaking. This isn't like Yuri at all. This isn't. Oh. I understand. I seize her wrist, glaring at her with fiery eyes.
What are you doing?
She's strong, but I manage to twist her arm, gradually forcing the tip of the knife to face her chest. You're not the real Yuri. This is just another dream. Only my fucked up brain could come up with something this sick. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. Just no way this happens. Cause yeah, this room would actually make a great room for like a post-apocalyptic type mod. Cause yeah, this totally looks like a post-apocalyptic room. Yuri suddenly drops the knife, staring at me with wide eyes. Then she starts to laugh. Oh no. I don't like where this is going! The sound is blood-curdling, piercing through my senses like a knife. Yeah, if this is going where I think it is, that won't be the only knife you're thinking about. For the first time in my life, I find myself completely numb, unable to react.
God, I love you, Ben!
Yuri takes a swaying step forward, tangling her arms around my frozen body.
And to think, I was worried you wouldn't be able to handle me.
Normally, Yuri's touch feels warm and comforting, but not this time. Having her arms wrapped around me now, it's like scorching metal being pressed against my skin. Shut up. Yuri pouts with mock concern, toying with me.
Oh, ooh, poor baby. You're still thinking about the Yuri that's all weak and pathetic, aren't you? Is that what you're into? Helpless, broken women? I can pretend if that's what you really want.
No.
Oh, Ben, please come save me. Ben, I'm oh so sad, Ben.
This isn't what he wants!
I want to push her off. I want to keep her at bay using the knife she just dropped. But I can't bring myself to lift a finger against her. Anytime I even think about hurting her, my brain seems to shut down. Because she looks like Yuri. It's like I'm fighting against my own body. It's not her! Get over it, Ben! You know why I had to get rid of her, don't you? She wasn't worthy of you, my love. So forget all about that feeble little girl.
Her voice is grating, like a horrible impression of Yuri's gentle, silky tone. I don't know why you find this amusing, but man, I wonder about you sometimes. I really do. I said, shut up. That feeble little girl was worth 100 of me.
Wait, don't tell me. You don't actually love her, do you?
Yuri snuggles into my shoulder with a pensive murmur. Before finally letting go of me, causing me to release a breath I forgot I was holding. I quietly back away from her, raising my arms defensively.
This could be a problem. She's filled your head with more lies than I thought.
What the hell are you talking about? She snatches the knife off the ground, twirling it in her hand.
That little brat, Sophie.
Wait, this is from one of the other dreams, isn't it? Ugh. No. Yuri, what did you do?
Oh, so I am Yuri now, huh?
Shut up! What the hell did you do?
She was poisoning your mind, sweetheart. I saved you.
You killed her.
You're always so overdramatic.
Yuri slowly closes the distance between us.
I only did it because I love you.
Shut up! You murdered that poor girl! You're a freak! She stops dead in her tracks, looking horrified. That's not what she wanted to hear. But I mean, what else are you supposed to say?
You don't mean that?
I mean every word. I hate you!
No. You really don't mean that.
She stops right in front of me. Again, I couldn't move. A single pained look from her. I was frozen in place. It's like she has complete control over me. She takes my hand, closing my limp fingers around the knife's handle.
If you really think I'm so awful.
Yuri positions the metal edge against the soft skin of her stomach, tosses her head, flicking her hair out of her face.
Then here's your chance to get rid of that freak you hate so much.
My head is troubling. Every muscle in my body is straining and fighting against me. I can't. He tenderly places an arm around the crook of my neck, gazing into my eyes.
I'm glad. It means you still love me deep down, despite what that witch tried to do.
I tried desperately to move anything, force myself to get justice for that little girl. But nothing works.
So, this is what you want? This is really what you want? To get rid of me? It's okay, my beloved.
She plants her hand over mine, taking hold of the knife.
It'll help you realize how you truly feel.
Not even wincing, she drives the knife into her own stomach. Oh. At least we didn't have to actually see it. Oh. What the hell did I just watch? blade rips through her uniform with ease. Blood begins spraying from the wound. Yuri?
I'll always save you, no matter what.
I try to resist, but my damn body refuses to move. Stop it! Yuri, stop it! She pauses only to touch my cheek, smiling.
It's okay.
Shut up! None of this is okay! Yeah, so when I said I have to go do something, yeah, I'm gonna go do that now. I need some time to process what the fuck I just saw. So, yeah, this is kind of an abrupt ending, but, I'm out. I need to take a break. I'll be back in a few hours to finish this. Jesus Christ.